Welcome to our Friday night hangout. We have some extra special guests with us today. I'm so happy that Yasna is here and Joe are here. We're going to be obviously talking all things divination, but also answering any questions that you have. Hi, Marlies. I hope you're well. We've not heard from you in a while. Um, put your questions down, Marlies. Yes, so we're going to be talking everything divination. Hi, Yasmin. It's nice to see you here as well. We've not seen you in a while. Uh, got any questions for us? Um, we have some great things coming up, which I'll talk about first. Hi, Robert. Hi, Sumed. Hi, Facebook user. We don't see your name, but they do say congrats, Yasna, on your gold.
Thank you. Thank you.
A gold endorsement to Yasna this week. Both Joe and Yasna are endorsed readers with the World Divination Association. Hi, Karen. It's lovely to see you. We have some great things coming up, which I'll talk about quickly before we go into reading for you. But like I say, if you put your questions in now that you have, it's better to get them in as early as possible because it does tend to start jumping after a while. So get your questions in as early as possible. We have a freebie tomorrow. We have the amazing Andrea Ast doing a workshop on tarot, magic, and the imagination. We also have next week a free workshop with Maria, Jane, and myself on tarot again. We have the members meetup with Joe next week. And Joe's also going to start doing some practice sessions with different systems for everybody. So watch for that coming too. Where you can actually meet up with your cards and really start practicing in a live format. And the biggest news we have this week is that the Berlin course by the lovely Maria is now live on Teachable. You want to tell everybody a little bit about Berlin?
Yes. Yes, of course. Actually, it's what I have here today. I have tarot, but for a change, I have brought my Berlin, and I just want to share my love with or for this system. It is awkward to begin with, but once that you get the hang of it, once that you give it a chance and delve into the way it works, into the meanings, into how those meanings can be translated, you really have a very powerful tool with you, and a very, very accurate and detailed one. So I highly recommend learning this method. I know that finding a Berlin Oracle can be a bit difficult depending on where you are. I can help with that, and I know that there are other members who also have easier access to the decks. So if anyone's interested, get in touch or make a post, and we will help you as best we can. And I'm just excited. We have a group, a Berlin group as well.
Magic.
You don't have to get the course for that, so you can do it.
We have a couple of people using Facebook. We can't actually see your names. So if you write your name and your question after it, for example, the question, tell me about what I can expect from my newly begun retirement. If you put your name and that again, then we know who you are. And then the other one is, can you tell me what's my next best move? If you can put your name and that question again, just so we've got you all in one and we can see who it is. So what decks are we using today? Yasna, what do you have with you?
Yeah, I have a Norman deck.
Yay, which one you using?
It's Poly Sunset, Lenormand.
You're
so pretty.
You're too kind. Joe, what have you got with you today?
Also Lenormand, and I have the blue, I almost said Bluebeard, the blue bird.
Oh, I love that deck.
Yeah.
Really
So
love it.
pretty.
Great.
Yep.
Maria?
So I have the Berlin, like the
Wow.
one that is, there's no other. And also I have this wonderful tarot of, this is super long. It is Madame Lydia Wilhelmina's Tarot of Monsters, the Macabre, and Autumn Scenes.
Ooh,
Like this is the whole title.
Show us some cards.
I love it. And It's like Madame Wilhelmina's tarot for short. I love it. It is kind of, the
Oh,
creepy
it
things I
is.
like.
Oh, so pretty. I
Yeah,
love it.
but there are like some cards that are really beautiful. Here are some of my favorites.
Wow.
Pumpkin.
So it's like Halloween-esque, like with people that are a bit rotten,
Wow.
maybe.
I love that.
Love
But
it.
it is really, really nice. There are some really hot dudes here in this deck as well. Yeah, like yeah, I know most of you don't care about dudes, okay, but I do.
Yeah, I don't care. I care about dudes.
Okay, so therefore Jasna and I.
Did your parcel not come, Maria?
What do you say?
Did you get the deck that we sent to you?
Not yet, but it's coming from the States, so I guess it's going to
Okay.
take at least a couple of weeks.
Jane, what have you got?
I have my Gilded Tarot Royale and I have the Painted Runes deck by
Wow.
Sophie McKay-Knight. So
That's a
these
nice
are
one,
all
that.
Nice.
beautiful
Oh, so
imagery.
pretty.
Wow.
They're gorgeous.
And I have got my Witch's Familiar Oracle that Maria had got me for my birthday. I like these little rune
That's
cards.
super pretty.
They're really
You bought it.
these.
I know, but
this-
I have great taste. What can I say?
These are ones. If it's a softly reading, I'll probably go for these.
And I've got the Psy cards and the Nova Oracle today. I'm going left stream today, going completely off course as usual. So we have a few questions already. And what I'll do is I'll assign questions to you all. I'm just looking for the first one so that we don't get lost already. Haley's on, by the way.
Is she? Oh, hi, Haley.
If you want to, do you want to do Yasmin?
Yeah, what's her question?
Her love life. One day we're gonna get this love life,
Where are we at,
Yasmin.
Yasmin?
One day we are gonna
What?
get it.
What?
Yeah.
She wants to know about her love life. What in particular about it, Yasmin? Are you wanting to
She
be?
wants to find someone,
So what could she? Oh,
perfect person. How about this one for you, Yasna?
Okay.
And Joe, how about this one?
How can I finally meet a relationship partner?
Is that
Okay.
okay?
Sure.
Did I set you up, Maria?
No?
No. 1 second. This one.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, so I gave Jane Yasmin first. You want to?
oh yeah, I'm actually gonna cut. No, I'm not. I'm going for it.
We're going
Yasmin,
for it. We
we're
want
going for it.
we want the best
Ha-
possible
Isn't
outcome
it?
here.
So Yasmin, how you can find the one for you?
And manifest it. Come on.
I'd say it's actually about you actually remembering you're in the driver's seat when it comes to your happiness and actually, you know, sometimes you might struggle to relinquish control, but you might also be really not wanting others to have control over you. And I think it's all to do with the way that the things are communicated to you or the way that you're communicating with others. I think you need to take some of the lessons that you've learned in the past and actually use those to actually then kind of protect you, draw upon that as an experience, but don't allow yourself to kind of become too closed off. You know, you might be finding that you're too focused, you're too driven on what are red flags rather than actually just having discussions and seeing in ways which things can move forward. You might be very kind of not wanting to entertain, even dismissive. It's almost as if you're looking for things to come to the forefront. You're looking for things to have been highlighted to you. As far as a red flag goes, I would say that take some opportunities as well. You know, it's kind of like you've been a bit patient, a bit stuck at times, and you need them to really have some courage and take the bull by the horns. So allow some of that flirty side of you to come out. Be a little bit playful. Go with the flow a little bit. Actually see where things go. You know, when it comes to talking to others, you know, when it comes to actually just being around, be that kind of bubbly self. Allow people to actually be open to people to actually see insights into you, and don't automatically dismiss things that you think are highlighting as red flags. I think that you'll find a lot more fun within, not just within yourself, but also within around other people. And from that, you're going to get a real meaningful relationship will develop from somebody that you already have met before and been in contact with, somebody that you're around at some point.
Ooh, I like that. It's juicy, Yasmin. Make sure that you let us know. That was a long read, wasn't it?
Oh, I know. Once I started, I couldn't stop there. I was on a roll.
Yasna, do you want to go next?
Yes, thank you. So, Sumed, your upcoming week for personal life. Okay, I have here. You will put a lot of effort to have a meeting with an important lady or important, I don't know, man in your life. Sorry, I don't know your private life, and it will be very important to you and very significant for you, because you will also try to find a way how to get this woman or man. You know what I mean? Because there is a you will, as I already said, you will put a lot of effort to achieve this goal, to make contact with her or him. So I think that you can be satisfied for the with the upcoming week. You know.
Yay! We like a bit of satisfaction in the week.
Yeah.
Joe, would you like to go next?
Absolutely. All right. So, in this spread that I did, before we start, a significator card which represents you came up. So this feels like really pay attention to this, right? You are directly in this reading. Okay. So the big focus here is moving forward, is that kind of forward motion with that hope of getting something better. It looks like in the past, you may have found something about like a previous person where they were more quarrelsome or more not necessarily problematic, but really harsher perhaps than you thought they were. So what you need to do, I think, is to really kind of try to move on from that. And I think that kind of person or emphasis you really want to look for is somebody who's very powerful in a lot of ways. Maybe they might seem a little intimidating at first, but the card for them is in a pretty good position. So I think it's that real power you want to look for. Somebody who could be very authoritative, somebody who could be a really strong ally for you. And that's what I would recommend. Just keep that forward momentum going, right? Try to put any kind of struggles you've had with previous people, especially if there was something shifty about them that you found out later, or maybe through a means that surprised you. Just try to put that behind you. There is going to be a lot of good stuff ahead if you can. So I hope that helps.
I like that. Do you want to? Sorry, that wasn't a conversation for right now. Maria, you're up next.
Yeah, I have forgotten the name of my querent. Do you have it?
You what?
I have
Do you
forgotten
need
the
this
name
one?
of my Charles. Yeah, that I know it was with a C, but I didn't remember the name. So Charles,
Well,
what I have for you is that it can be more difficult than you anticipate to start this new period of your life. I see that part of your identity is more merge that than you know, or than you are aware of with your previous working status. And now it can be a bit confusing for you to find yourself or to find who you are in a situation in which you don't have to be that professional anymore. I see that there is a lot of potential when it comes to making plans and doing all those things that you have been postponing. But I see that also that overload of options in a way can be a bit paralyzing for you. And as a result, what can happen here is that you don't um, don't know exactly what to do with yourself, or you can feel a bit lost with all this free time in your hands and all these options in front of you. So I would say take this easy. I see that learning everything that has to do with learning new things is going to be super positive for you, and it is a way for you to get started and to slowly move into this new situation in your life. And I would say take it easy when it comes to doing many different plans or starting many different things, and begin with committing to those that are easy for you or that are attainable, and work your way from there. Also, you might not feel at all times as happy or as free as you thought, but keep in mind that you are leaving a part of your identity to an extent behind after so many years. And even though it is a positive thing, it is something that is not necessarily going to be exempt of pain. So accept that this can happen, and enjoy your retirement. Hope it helps.
It's really true, actually. I remember when my dad went into retirement, and I did listen to you this time. I'm
Oh, that's
proving
new.
it right now. When my dad went into retirement, he really struggled with his identity because he'd always been at the top of his game and known for what he did. And then going into retirement, he actually had to find projects. He started working for local community things, etc., on boards of, charities, etc., to bridge that time until he fully felt comfortable with retirement. So, yes. I pulled some cards for you, Haley. I'm not going to lie, it's going to be challenging. It is, there's a lot of happiness in there. So, the happiness is there, but it's going to be a challenging time. And when Maria spoke about identity, it's going to be a very similar thing for your daughter. I won't name her because suddenly she's taken on a different role. And it's one that she'll really flourish in on the one part, but on the other part, she's losing quite a bit of her life. And it will take time for her as well to settle into her new role. I just want you to remember all the time there is happiness there and there is love there. But she is going to struggle with the lead up to and the short term thereafter. It will all settle down within about 6 to 9 months afterwards. But she will probably have these ups and downs. I would really recommend watching her mental state afterwards. Make sure that she has a lot of support, which I know you'll do anyway. But she will be fragile as she comes to terms with what this actually means, because I think she has a false view of what it actually means, this change for her, and it won't meet her expectations. She maybe have a little pink goggles on, seeing the world in a certain way, and it will actually prove much more challenging to her than expected. So I would keep a close eye on her afterwards. Like I say, don't forget the happiness is there, but she will definitely need some support along the way. Okay, so I need to sign us all up for some more. You've got yours.
I have.
What's this one? Can you tell me? Can you tell me my best next move and what I should focus on? That's a great one for Lenormand. Joe, do you want to take that one?
I sure can.
Uh,
Facebook user, what is your name?
Sorry, it says it there, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly. Best next move and what you should focus on. Okay.
Jane, you're doing Kathy.
Yeah.
Will I find producer? Do you want to do this one, Maria?
Let me see. Yeah, of course, Jackie.
And Yasna, would you like to do the little Ashbrio? Ashbrio writes, what's the next step? That's also a good Lenormand question. So, Jane, if you want to start first.
So I would say, Kathy, I've just put a straight on. This is Kathy.
Yeah.
Kathy, I've put a straight on time and card. Card. And what I would say is that you already know this person. You already know this person. However, I would say the decision to actually take things from being a friend into something more is going to be between April and June next year. That's your significant other. So you've already met them, but you will be entering into a relationship with them between April and June next year.
Yay!
Yay.
Magic. Joe, I think I set you up next.
You did. All right. So this is for Kelly. All right, Kelly, not going to lie. I am seeing some challenging cards here, right? Got to be honest. But let's take a look at what those mean. It looks like in your past, like recently, there may have been something that was really hard to deal with, like a really hard end to something. Just something that really ended maybe abruptly and that was very painful. Going forward with what you should do next, I'm thinking that what's important is to look for something that's really like long-standing in your life, possibly a career. That's kind of the sense I'm getting here. It is going to take a lot of hard work for you to do that. And it's funny, there's some cards that just keep popping up for people, and similar card popped up for you, as did Andreas, I believe was my previous user's name, or user, Querent's name, user, what am I doing? I think that with the momentum that you use going forward, I do think things are going to be a little slow, a little deliberate. You're going to have to do some hard work for that, but you might have to do some pushing, right? Either against someone who's going to be very quarrelsome, very troublesome, or you might have to be a little pushy, right, to get some things done that you want to do. So not the nicest cards, but I really think that that kind of forward motion again, and that really kind of putting yourself out there, looking for that longevity, and really keeping in mind that, okay, that bad thing that happened in the past, I mean, not trying to say like, don't let it bother you anymore, you know, the past is past, things like that, but just saying that you can move beyond it, right? It's not the end of your journey in life. It's not the end of where you're going. So best of luck. I really think you can do this.
Yay.
Yay.
Maria, you're next.
Yes, so I have a few cards here for Jackie, and Jackie asked if she will find an income producing activity within the next 6 months that she will enjoy and support her financially. I got a specific question like that. So within the next 6 months, it is unlikely that you will find it and start it. But what I see is that you are going to learn about something that you are passionate about. Like you are going to discover something new, something to learn, and something that you are going to see as a business opportunity or as something that you can turn into an occupation. I see though that it is important to have a willingness to learn here, because this is something that you are going to take a bit to master and that is new for you. So the time frame is not going to be the one that you have in mind. But if you do this, this could end up being your new occupation, maybe not in 6 months, but 1 year down the line, like 10 to 12 months down the line. This could begin to turn into something that is I was going to say profitable, but not necessarily profitable, but at the very least, something that you can begin to make money out of, and that later on can turn into profitable, which would be a difference in my opinion. But I would say that also on the negative side, I see that this is an occupation that can raise some eyebrows in your surroundings. And I see that there are certain people around you who might not want to support you or might not feel comfortable supporting you with this, thinking that maybe it is whimsical or that it is not a serious occupation or that maybe it's too late and you should be doing something else. So you are going to encounter that kind of opposition, but it does not need to be defining for you when deciding if you want to move forward with this.
It's
So
probably
that
divination then, isn't it?
probably that's it.
Either that or street walking.
Yeah.
Anyway, Yasna, you're up for Ashriel.
We
Okay,
have to
hello.
disappoint our parents. Sorry.
Hello, Ashley. Thank you for the question. What is the next step for you? Okay, I don't know. I will tell you in general. I think that you are struggling with some decisions. It's difficult to decide between two paths, and you will need to put an end to some worries. And because it is very important for you to relax and to see your situation from many sides, so also pay attention to some not so good energy, because you need to clear some doubts and also negative energies around you, which is blocking you to decide to make this important decision. So also I think that you need to give it a rest. Just take your time to maybe meditate or something to clear your mind. So
Great advice.
that's,
Thank you to
that's
whoever.
I hope you are satisfied. Thank you, Ashel.
Karen Polis, how can you have more confidence in your Lenny readings, even if they are for you? I pulled some cards for you, and it was really quite striking, the confidence issues that you have with it from time to time. But the advice actually is, you know when you are channeling spirit, because we all know that you do. You take on those messages in a really neutral state. You take them and you accept them. You don't question what those messages are. You just either automatic write, you record them, you speak, automatic speak as you do. And you need to have the same kind of attitude with your Lenormand deck. If you look, when the way I'm speaking to you now, yes, I've looked at the cards, but I'm actually speaking to you without referring to card placement, etc. You need to allow that channel and stop being so strict and using your cards in such a strict manner, open your channel up and treat them exactly the same as you would a spiritual message that you are channeling yourself. Okay, we have some more. You've got yours already, haven't I? Oh, Yasmin wants to know when. Did you answer
Hi,
that?
Rita.
Oh, I didn't.
You like when questions?
She didn't ask me when. You just.
Well, she wants to know now when.
Right, I'll do it a quick now.
Let me just assign some.
And then I'll do the other one.
Okay. Maria, do you want to do this one?
Yes, of course.
Yasna, do you want to do this for Debbie?
Yes, thank you.
And Joe Molly would like to know, will she move? Will the house for rent be payable? Is it meant for her? So she's obviously got an eye on a house.
All right.
And Valentis, I will do you afterwards. And if we've missed any, please put them in again, because we are just jump up and down and drives us crazy. Jay,
I would say
for Yasmin.
for Yasmin on a time frame, right?
Yes, right.
Oh, isn't it? So Yasmin, I would say, right? One, you already know this person, so you've already met them. You just haven't seen them as to what they are or anything like that. Two, I would also go so far as to say this person has been around you within a work capacity at some point. And three, you will be starting a relationship with this person by December.
Ooh, I like that.
Isn't it?
I really like that. Okay, then I don't know who Maria, do you want to go next?
Yes, I was reading for Didi on whether she will find a job next month, and I see that there is a bit of a challenge here for you to find a job, Didi. I don't know if you have been maybe out of the working market for a while, or if there is some period of time that you have been off work that is somewhat playing against you when it comes to the competition, trying to find employment. But I see that it is going to be a bit more challenging for you to find a job, and that it could be due to this. So what I see is that in order to counteract this, you can highlight your skills, you can highlight the things that you have learned during your working experience, and as well it would be interesting for you to show that you have kept up with things even if you have been out of the market, or if you have not, if there is some sort of gap in your resume that is hard to explain. You can counteract that by showing that you have kept up with what has been going on in your field. I would say that you can benefit as well from letting your contacts know that you are in search of a job, because what I see is that through a friend or acquaintance, you could hear from a position, or that you might find some help when it comes to finding employment if you spread the word around the people that you know. The next month does not seem to be ideal for you to find one, and I think that it is going to take a bit longer, but try to implement some changes so that it can be easier for you to rejoin the workforce.
Yay!
It wasn't yay.
I wasn't listening, was I?
You saying yay that you'd stop there, Maria? Was that the yay? I don't know.
I have an issue of zoning out when Maria
Yay!
Lovely.
Lovely. You're never getting a boyfriend. Yay!
I'm sorry.
That's Tony.
I
And
have
her
to get
sensitivity.
better. I have to get better at that. Joe, do you want to go next?
Totally. All right. So I am so sorry. Could I get my querent's name again? I promise I like you. I'm just really bad with names.
Can you remember the question?
I do remember the question.
What's the question? It's about moving. Is it
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was the house.
Marley's?
Yeah. Marley?
Marley.
Okay. All right. So I am not seeing many financial things here, but I'm seeing a lot of good stuff around this house. It looks like you're going to fall in love with it. You're going to feel maybe like you have a connection with it, maybe like you've been there before. It is, I think, going to be an older house, maybe one that's a bit bigger than you think, something that's well established. I think you're just going to love it, feel a real connection to it. But you're going to have to make some tricky decisions, some very difficult decisions about getting it, whether or not, I don't see anything financial here. So unfortunately, the cards are being a little quiet about that. But that could be, can I pay for it? Am I going to have to sacrifice something else? And like you literally have a card here that is a key, right? So I think that that's saying that, yeah, you have to make those tricky decisions to follow your heart, to really like get that key to the front door. So this could be, again, sacrificing something, making some difficult choices, maybe about where you want to move, maybe if you feel comfortable moving to this place. But I do think you're going to find a house that you really, really love. Just, look for something
Yay.
Yay!
That's a yay.
Yasna, do you want to do yours?
Yes, Debbie. Hello, thank you, Debbie. You asked about your outcome of if you enroll to keeper endorsement. So there's no doubt that you will be successful and that you will right. So okay. Just it's not a joke, but okay. So you will have many. You will have to explore many options, and you will be very successful, and of course very satisfied because you have Lily in front of you, and with the moon recognition. I don't think there is anything else to say. With letter and with ship.
So Debbie, in doubt, Yasna.
Yes, it's wonderful. It will be fantastic.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yay!
So William wants to know how he can overcome what is holding back from being his authentic self. So William, I would say that actually there's a lot of aspects of self-sabotaging yourself as well. It's almost as if you're fearful of the future in some aspects, or you're fearful of actually, that emotional aspect longer term. You want happiness, but it's almost as if you're really fearful to go for it or actually open yourself up to truly allow it. You have a lot of passion within you. And sometimes, you can look at passion in a way, but it's about the balance of the passion and also that emotional aspect. And I think sometimes you've got to rein in the passion a little bit and actually look at things in a more balanced way. I would say that in the past you might have been burned. So you might have went through some kind of tough separation or something in that sense. And it's actually really, it's made you kind of withdraw in that essence, and it's something that you are actually, you don't want to fully give, or you feel unable to fully give because you're fearful of that occurring again. And I would say that the way to overcome that is to get out of your head and actually allow yourself to feel and trust in what you're feeling as well. Trust in what you're feeling is right and trust in what you're feeling is not right. Don't try and force things within yourself, but actually allow things to come to you and allow things to just open up naturally. You can't force yourself to be really open straight away, and trust is something that can take a lifetime to build but seconds to shatter. And I think that's that patience with yourself as well, and that not wanting to give something truly fully 100% in case that trust's broken, that fear of that. However, at the same time, it's that balance of not everybody's the same as what everybody else has been. So I would say in that sense is you just keep being you You be you. You be open to actually being you more. I feel like there's parts of yourself that you feel that you need to kind of rein in, or you need to kind of not show. It's almost as if because you feel like it's not going to be good enough. And when you start accepting kind of all of you and actually start trusting in yourself and actually trusting in those around you as well, that little bit more with that, you'll find the emotional aspect clicks more into place, and you're going to be able to be embracing yourself, and everybody else will embrace you for that as well. You're setting your own bar of what you feel that you deserve in life.
Lovely.
Was that lovely? I'm not listening like Maria's yay.
No, I was actually thinking.
I wasn't listening. I didn't pretend to, because I am trying to find something.
I was thinking about authentic self, and I was thinking about how I found my authentic self. And it was very much like the 12-year-old girl that I used to be. And when I refound that, yeah, in it. Anyway, Valentis, you want to know about Raziel? It's a difficult one because he's carrying some baggage. He obviously feels that he was hurt. He obviously tries to protect himself a lot. He deep down, very deep down, there are feelings there, but this hurt is still very much present for him. And it kind of, you know, ruins his view on life quite a bit. I would suggest he's very, it goes very much within and draws away a lot to try and not allow that. I think he's got anger within as well. With whatever situation happens, there's some anger within him for it too, and he really tries to bury that. So you asked if he had feelings for you. There are feelings, but they're very deep down, and they're very much raw with anger and whatever went on, his feelings on that. You asked if there was a chance of reconciliation. And I would say there is a chance of reconciliation, but it wouldn't be an easy one. It would take a hell of a lot to actually get to that stage. There would have to be a hell of a lot of clearing the air before anything could progress in that way. You know, starting as a friendship and really hammering those issues that occurred before, or hammering whatever issues he has out, and being very honest in those moments. Only then could it turn into a reconciliation, but it will take a hell of a lot of legwork for you. Okay, so Maria, do you want this one?
Yeah. I think there was a question, a specific question from Andrea.
Yeah, it says, I am single. Can you do a love reading?
Yeah, exactly. No, but I saw another question. Like maybe yeah, because they asked when will I find love?
Okay, found it. Yeah. Okay. So if you do that one, Yasmin says she never sees when someone's interested. Well, they need to work harder for you then, don't they?
She needs to be a bit more playful as well.
She's very playful. Yeah, she's the gift queen. You need to show a bit of that outside.
So it's all right doing that on a text message, but if you can't be like that in person as well, try and grab them both by the arms and have a bit of fun, have a bit of banter at work, have a bit of flanter, bit of flirty banter. Then you'll find out who it is.
I am trying to find his bouncing again, so just give me a second, everybody.
I hate when it does that.
It's awful.
So bad.
I am getting there. There's a lot of feedback. What's this one say? I'd like to know about moving forward in recovering from health issues, please. Joel, would you like to take that one?
Yeah, I'll do that.
The person who has asked for a general view, we can't see your name, I'm afraid. If you can put your name again and then say general view, then we'd absolutely do it for you. Yasna, if I could get a love reading for my future, I'm single for a long time and thinking about getting on the dating scene. Scary at 45. Do it. I'm 47.
Yeah, it's never too late.
Never too late. Found the love of my life at 45. So Yasna, you've got one. Joe, you've got one. Maria, you've got one. Have you got one?
No, you didn't give me one.
Wow.
I'm just sitting here smiling.
Have we done D?
It was D.
This one.
I can ask.
This one.
No, I've not. I don't know if we've done it. I've not.
Okay, then you can do that one. Okay, Maria, you're first.
Okay, so this is for Andrea, and what I see is that this relationship is coming, and also it is a fated relationship. So this is something that like is meant to come into your life. Like actually, when looking at the major forces that are at play, you have the blue card, which is like the golden ticket, the everything is going to be fine in this department card, and it is in the placement in which it's out of your control, so there is nothing that you can do to stay single forever, even if you want it, apparently. So that's a pretty good news. Now what I see is that you need to be out there in a physical way. This is not probably something that is coming to you through an app or online or something of sorts. I see that this is a person that is coming to you like physically, like as you would more traditionally, let's say, meet someone, and it is important for you to be open to engaging, if you can, in social events, in activities, in outings, in everything that is related to being around other people, because that is going to facilitate meeting this person and entering your relationship. Now I see that this is something that is still going to take a while, though I would not say a whole lot of time. In fact, your next relationship seems to be the one in which you are going to stay. And what I see is that it is a relationship that will start pretty soon after you learn about the other. This is a person that is entirely new, not someone that you have met before. And what I see as well is that you might have a certain preconceived idea of this person, and you might not find them attractive at first glance, or it might not be someone that you would have initially fell for. But I see that this is due to kind of a prejudice that you might have at that moment, and that upon getting a bit closer, that will be erased, and you will get to see the other person for who they are, and you will be able to start this relationship. So it looks like a very beautiful thing, and it is not going to take too long. I would say that this is going to happen within the year.
Yay!
Yay! That was a yay.
That was a yay. I listened.
Give me a second, because my cat is ruining my desk.
Here, I was worried about my cat.
Joe, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I can. All right. So moving on from health issues. All right. So looking just a bit at the past, it looks like these might have been some issues that were kind of picking away at you for a while. I think what's important right now is to really become a very good self advocate. I know that can be difficult, especially if you live in some countries where the health system is just a mess, let's just say. But I really think that's important right now, is to really pay attention to your own body. You know it better than anyone, right? People, we just do. If something feels wrong to us, we know that before doctors do. Even if we're not sure what, we know something feels wrong, right? So be on the lookout for that. Also look out for if you have like doctors, for example, who seem to be like really intimidating, like, I know best, shut up, stay in your place. Don't be afraid to question them, even if they have like a lot of education, or they feel like, I've been in the practice for like years and years, your body, again, like I said, best. Just really be on, honest with yourself and trusting in yourself. If something doesn't feel right, get a second opinion. Even if something does feel right, get a second opinion. You know what I mean? I think you're going to do great. Just keep in mind that, there's a lot of crap out there in the world with, with not only our health, but with people who provide for us. Sometimes they just are, I'm trying to say this in a way where I don't cuss on live stream, right? But they can just be too sure of themselves. They may not listen very well, so it really does come down to your own discernment. I think you can. I think you got this. Just trust yourself. Really, that's what's important.
Beautiful. Are you next?
Yeah, I can do it. D, you asked will you be getting a job by the end of the year, and I actually pulled a few different spreads because it was coming up, basically it was looking most likely that you weren't. So I asked what you could do in that instance then to get a job by the end of the year. And one of the things that was really coming through was that you might have to look further afield. It might actually be that it's a relocation in some way, or there might be some element of travelling out with where you might originally be looking, or the area in that you're looking. So it could be like more of a distance for the travel, so you might have more of a commute and things like that. So it's broadening your horizons of where your contract is. I would say as well that you might have, or you might be currently going through a period where you've not been feeling too great in yourself. So you might be overcoming an illness, and it's about kind of taking that time out, taking stock, and actually allowing yourself to recover in that essence, and before really being able to push forth with that job applications and things like that. If you were to follow the guidance that was given, I asked then for the time frame of when it would be then that you would be successful in getting a job. And I got between September and October of this year, you will get employment if you were to follow that guidance. However, if the guidance wasn't followed, so if you didn't broaden your scope for where you were looking for work, for example, then it would be highly unlikely that you would have a job by the end of the year.
All right, solid advice. Yasna, do you want to go next?
Yes, mysterious soul divination. Thank you for the question. So, I think your problem is that you are thinking that you are not attractive. It's all in your head, on your mental. Your thoughts are very clouded, and you are very confused about this. But you don't have to be. I asked how will your love life will be by the end of this year. So if you get rid of this thoughts that you are like not attractive, that you are just like you said too old, it will be very great because you may start to communicate with someone, and it will be like heated. It will get heated, and it will bring some changes.
Spicy.
So I suppose that something will happen, and that you will find that person by the end of this year. So please don't hesitate, and don't wait too long. Life is short, so why hide and
Go for it.
yes,
Go for it, and let us know.
and good luck.
Yes.
Hey.
Karen says Debbie will do amazing in her endorsement because she's got the best mentor.
Yes.
Which is very true. Number one mentor. I am reading for Melanie, and you want to know what will the outcome if you and X decide to set up a business together. And unlike Joe, I'm actually going to swear on live stream. We are starting off the immediate. So if you, as soon as you actually agree to start this, it will be a clusterfuck, and that is because um, you're just not going to gel together at first. You both have big ideas. You both have great things that you want to achieve. There is a financial aspect to it too, and you'll just both be all over the place. But what business doesn't start off like that? Because if you continue then and actually get over this little clusterfuck, you are heading towards a great business venture together. It will be very strong. It will be financially strong, but you actually have to get over this hurdle first. But it's all right. Okay, we've got a couple more, and then we're close to time. Let me just have a look at Jane. Okay. Joe Masters, if you want to do Jacqueline.
Okay, yes.
Happy birthday, Judy. Do you want to take this one, Maria?
Yeah, let me read it. Okay, what to expect in the coming year. Cool.
Judy. And do you want to take the lovely Rita? Yasna?
Yes. Thank
Hi,
you.
Rita. Jane's not very well, by the way. That's why she's coughing.
No, I'm doing that one. You're near. You're right.
Yes, if that's all right. Who did I set up first? Maria?
Oh, yeah, sure. This is for Judy. And it is what to expect in the coming year. So what I see is that this is going to be a year of inner change. I see that you are going to begin to question certain parts of your life that you have been just, you have been doing in automatic, and this can make you feel selfish for wanting to maybe dedicate more time to yourself, or dedicate more of your resources to yourself, or to what makes you happy. And I see that this can raise some opposition in those around you, because they can feel that you are behaving differently, or they can feel that you are they can feel that you are acting weird or out of character, and that they can challenge you. And I see that this inner change is going to make that certain relationships in your life, especially one with a very close man, resents, because you are going to claim more space to yourself, and you are going to expect more enjoyment out of life. What I see is that there are certain things, certain relationships around you, that you are going to begin to question as well. And you are going to identify ways in which certain people might be taking advantage of you, or certain relationships that might be not equal, even if there is no like direct abuse or anything like that involved. But you are going to feel that these are relationships in which you are giving more than you are taking, and you are going to become much more protective over your own time, over your resources, and your boundaries. And I see that this can end up leading to certain losses in your life that are going to be for good, but that are going to be painful. Ultimately, I see that this is a year that can feel a bit chaotic and is not exempt of pain, but that is going to be a cleansing process, and it is going to help you put a lot of things where they need to be, so that you can continue to chase the things that are truly important for you. So even though the process might not be very pleasant, or even though the process might not be pretty, but the result, the end result that you are going to be left with, is going to be worth all this process. So it's complicated, but still something that you are going to benefit a lot from. Yay!
Yay. Joe, do you want to go next?
Yes. All right. So love reading. Interestingly enough, it looks like something enduring, right? I mean, who doesn't want that, right? But it's pretty clear here that keeping that in mind is a good thing. I would say the big thing to watch out for right now is any friends who might be being kind of negative toward you, like, oh, you can't do this, like you can't do that, you're too old, you're not, just kind of like people like Yasna was talking about earlier. So anyone who's kind of um like they look like they might be really in your corner, but you kind of get a sense that they're really trying to backstab you in a way, really pushing those folks out of your life, if not like cutting them out of your life, is probably going to be what helps you move forward to find what you're looking for. And if you get to that place of enduring, I see a lot of good things here, like a lot of abundance, like really, really happy. Like we have the sun card here, like that's about as good as it gets in the dormant, right? So yeah, look for that enduring relationship, and definitely don't listen to people, even if they're close to you, who are kind of picking at you like, well, are you sure you want to do that? I mean, it's always good to trust your own intuition, right? You don't want to go with someone who like looks nice, but are they too good to be true? But you don't want well-meaning people who say they're well-meaning to be doing you more harm than good. You really want them to stay out of your love life. So that's what I got for you.
All right. The person who's asking about court cards, it really depends on the reading that you are doing as to whether you assign them as people, whether you see them as people, or whether you see them as their core essence. Is very much down to the reader and the context of the question, etc. And whether you're reading in tableau or, what kind of spread you're using to read in. Yasna?
Hi, Rita. Thank you for your question. So you asked about the general view. Listen, you will struggle with finances, and there will be some. I wouldn't say discord, but there will be some, not a great energy around this, because maybe some small losses or something. But you know what? There is a friend, very good friend, who can help you. So you can rely on the friend of this help. And advice of the cards: don't hesitate to ask your friend for this, to resolve your problems, financial problems. So that's what I have for you. I hope it will. You will sort it out, right? Thank you, Rita.
Exactly. Did you have someone?
I did. So I had Andrea. Sorry. Andrea wanted to know basically what was around the corner for her for career and love. So with career, Andrea, I'd say there's elements of your work or within the organisation that you work for, or there's some aspect of your work that you are feeling is unfair. You're going to be looking at wanting to create some changes. You want things to change. It's almost as if you're feeling almost stuck in somewhere. You're going to get kind of like an awareness. It's almost, to me, it really feels like you feel like you're getting dealt a bum hand in work for some way, and you feel that there's some aspect of it that's really not fair. However, it's kind of it will come to you'll gain a lot of insight with it, and I'd say in that essence as well, you're going to actually be looking at what's fair for yourself as well as what with regards to others as well. You might be feeling it could be just not given that pay as what you're deserving, and other people might be getting some kind of pay rise in some essence, but you will actually really I think you're going to argue the toss, shall we say. It does seem to be finishing off where you're going to have a period of growth um, and financial growth in that as well. So if it is something that you're feeling isn't fair at the moment, it's something that's actually you're going to get spoken about, and it is going to bring with it then a change in that you actually been looking for, and it seems for a while. As far as love's concerned, I would say that if you're already in a relationship, then it could be one that's going to be deepening. You could actually be looking at making it either moving in together or making some kind of high commitment, be it marriage or renewing vows even or something like that. But again, that is a lot of it is you're in that driving seat for that. So I would say that with regards to your love, you've got your kind of you're a lot more assertive, so I'd say it's then asserting and bringing forward these opportunities. You're bringing things towards you, not waiting for things to come towards you, shall we say, and that you're taking that bull by the horns for the foreseeable future with regards to work and career.
Do it. Do it. Do it. I have Maggie, and can you find a job where pay rate goes beyond surviving and into thriving? The short answer is yes. However, you really need to go out of, take yourself away from the kind of companies that you've been working for in the past, and start looking for successful businesses. And I'm not talking about huge corporations or anything like that. You can be talking about a family owned business that's actually really thriving and are well known within their niche. So you really need to start looking at the companies. You may find like corporations, etc., or bigger chains actually aren't paying the same wages as you would be valued in a smaller company, and find a better wage in that. And then I did just this quickly. It doesn't know whether to do EU or NZ, which I presume is New Zealand. For me, it's black and white. It's absolutely New Zealand. The Europe will be an absolute ball ache. It will be very difficult, and it will leave you questioning, why on earth did I do that? However, New Zealand has the flip side of that, and it is amazing. It will be a difficult decision, but it will be an amazing future for you. So EU versus NZ, it's definitely NZ. I would like to thank everybody for being here. A reminder, we will be here every Friday, 7 o'clock. If you want to read, join us again. We will be back. Special guests as well. We'll be back at some stage, I hope. Thank you very much. Thank you, Yasna. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, you too. And we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming.